Hi guys, welcome to Didedi's Crafty Corner. Today is going to be my design team project, my first one for the month of March for the Not Too Shabby shop. And today I'm going to be featuring the Crafton Desert Divas Gnomie stamp set. This stamp set is adorable. These images are so stinking cute. So I'm really crazy about this little house and then this little gnome that's riding the dragonfly. I just thought that was super sweet, so I thought I would keep it simple and do a blended distress ink background on it. You can find this stamp set and the distress inks over at the Not Too Shabby shop. You can use the code craftycorner to save 10%. The colors that I'm going to be using today are Twisted Citron, Broken China, Carved Pumpkin, and I'm going to be adding in some abandoned coral in the middle because I wanted this to kind of look like a sunset, just a little sunset scene where she's flying back home at the end of the evening. So I'm going to start out by blending in my Twisted Citron on the bottom of the card, and I'm using a blending brush. You could use a sponge, you could use a makeup sponge. Whatever you have to blend these colors in works great with the Distress Oxides. They blend magically. They really do. Now this is just a piece of white cardstock. It's not a specialty stock cardstock at all. And I'm just taking the color and I'm blending it into the bottom. I'm going to give it a little bit of a maybe a little bit of a hill look on the sides. It's going to turn out, I'm not going to need that because I'm going to be trimming it down. But I'm just blending that color in. I like the Twisted Citron because it's so super bright and vibrant. It's one of my favorite colors in the Distress Oxide or Distress inks. And then I'm going to flip my card panel over and I'm going to go right into the Broken China. Now this Broken China is such a pretty color, but it's much more intense than the Broken China that we're used to in the Distress inks. So you got to have a little bit of a lighter hand with this one because it's very, very bright, vibrant. That's the word, vibrant. And I'm just kind of doing it in a little bit of an oval shape. That was my goal, was to make a little bit of an oval shape so that I would have room to stick my abandoned coral in the middle when I got there. So now I'm coming in with the Distress Oxide Carved Pumpkin, and I'm putting that right above my green, and it's kind of making it look a little yellow and a little orange, and I think it turned out so pretty. I love these colors together. I really, really do. So I'm just blending it all in together, and then I'm going to pop in just a little bit of the abandoned coral right in the middle. And the abandoned coral is kind of a pinky corally color. It's such a pretty color, and it blends very well into the blues because it gives it a little bit of a purple around the edges. Now I didn't want a lot of this color. I just wanted a little bit, and I wanted it a little bit off-centered from where she was. So I'm just really lightly putting it in there, and then I'm going to blend the blue back in around it as well. And that's going to complete our background. Super, super easy. I'm going to take some water and I'm going to spritz it on there just to give it a little bit of an effect of, water splatters. And I'm going to dry it off with my towel, and that's going to give me, it's going to take a little bit of the ink off, and it's just going to give it a little bit. Doesn't that pop? I love it. I love, love, love when you put water on Distress Oxides. They are fantastic. So that is what it's going to look like. So it's time for the big reveal. Let's go ahead and peel off our little images here and see if any of the ink got bled through or not. You never know. It looks super. So I'm going to, of course, put my little masked images back in the package to use them for another day. And now we can get busy coloring it. I'll be back as soon as I'm finished, and we'll get this card together. Okay, so I've decided that I'm going to use an A2 top folding card base, and I'm going to be cutting down this panel with a rectangle. So one of the things that I like to do is to get out a nesting set of rectangles and just see you know, try them out and see which one is going to fit what I've already colored, fit the frame that I need it to fit. So that's what's so great about having a nested rectangle set, a basic one. No stitches, no fancy anything, just a basic set. There are all kinds of companies that make them, and right now Jamie actually has the My Favorite Things version over in her shop if you're interested. So I'm picking one that I think is going to complement the scene, and then I'm going to be using the next to largest one to cut out a blue panel for my card base as well. I won't be doing that on screen. So I've picked out the one that I think, and I'm just kind of moving it around, and I think this one's going to work perfect. I want to keep her in frame, the house in frame, and just part of my sunset and just a little bit of my grassy hill on the bottom as well. So I'm going to take that over and cut it out, cut out the frame and our blue panel, and I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. So I've got cut out the frame, and I've already put the Scotch foam tape on the back of it. We're going to be centering that tape onto this blue panel. So we're just going to go ahead and glue that panel down. And it's just a little bit short. It's 1/8 of an inch smaller than our A2 size card. So I'm adding my glue, and when I put it on, it's going to give us just a little bit of white showing around the blue, which is going to help our frame to pop, our white frame to pop on the front of the card. So I'm going to give you a close-up here so you can see just a little bit of the white. And then we're going to go ahead and start attaching the frame. All I did was pull the tape off and get that on there. And then we're going to be placing glue on our panel and sticking that right inside the frame. So our frame is popped up just a little bit from our image, and that's giving our card some dimension. We'll be adding a little bit of glossy accents at the end, which will give it just a little bit of dimension as well. Right now we're going to use the, this is the Nouveau Aqua Shimmer Glitter Pen. I really like this pen. It gives a lot of shimmer. It's a cooler shimmer. So it's got a cooler tone to it, more silver than gold. And I'm just going to be popping that over the heart, the window, the dragonfly's wings, the dragonfly's eyes, and I'm also going to put it over the Hey Gnomie. Yes, I did decide at the last minute to add Hey Gnomie. I just thought it was cute. I loved how it had that open space in the middle of the sentiment where I could make the color shine through from my distress inks, and it's so cool that way, guys. Great technique to use it for if you're going to stamp it out. Put some different colors behind it because it looks super cool. And then I'm going to add some glossy accents to part of this card. And I think for the glossy accents, I'm only going to be putting it on the mushroom dots. And now all the dots were colored with a little bit of gray and a little bit of white accents here and there. But I'm going to be covering them up and giving them dimension. The gray was just to give them a little bit of dimension, but I'm going to pop them up with a little bit of a dimension with the glossy accents. So I'm going to be putting that all over those dots, a little bit on the heart, on the door, a little bit on the windows, and then on the dragonfly's eyes and wings. I'm going to be adding that as well. Now, a trick to glossy accents, guys, is if you get a bubble in there, take your little pen, your little stick pen, and just pop the bubble. Also, if you go outside of the line where you don't want it, you can take that same stick pen on its side and just remove it. You can also use a stick pen to move your glossy accents around if you need to. So that makes it super easy to get everything in the space where you want it. And I really think this turned out super cute. And here's the close-up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hoped you enjoyed seeing my take on this great stamp set, Gnomie by Crafty Desert Divas. Go on over to Jamie's Not Too Shabby shop. Tell her I said hi, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.